All right, I read something in my Bible today that I thought was funny that I would share with you guys. So I'm reading in Galatians chapter 2, and I'm sitting there, and it kind of starts off, and you got Paul. He's like, okay, I kind of wanted to tell you guys that, I never met Jesus on the earth. My revelation of the good news and the gospel and me getting saved and starting to preach it was divine intervention. I don't know none of the other apostles, and I never walked with Jesus. I was on the road. Jesus came to me, gave me a mission, made me blind, healed me, and then sent me on that mission. From then on out, I just went and started preaching. And at some point, he's like, you know what? Maybe I ought to meet these other guys, I just want to make sure that what I'm preaching is lining up. They walked with Jesus. I want to make sure I'm representing Christ correctly. So Paul humbly, humbly goes and he meets Peter and James. And he said, he's out there and he's basically like, hey guys, look, I have been out here preaching. I've even got me some young disciples here, and I'm teaching them the gospel and how to preach it. But I just realized I never walked with him. I want to make sure that what I'm preaching lines up. So Paul and James are like, yeah, man, great. You're doing great work. Keep going. Keep doing what you're doing. So Paul's like, awesome, man. Yeah, cool. So Paul and Peter go to hang out later, and they're just kicking it. Peter is the apostle of the Jews, and Paul is the apostle of the Gentiles. So Peter is basically dealing with Jewish leadership and Jewish folks all day long, trying to convert them over to Christ, trying to get them to see Jesus was the Messiah. And Paul notices that as Peter is doing it, he is kind of hypocritically requiring or saying people should be getting circumcised. So he calls him out on it. It's like, hey bro, what do you mean? People do not have to, if we still had to follow the law to the T, remember, it's not the law that cleans us. It's Christ and Christ's grace and him dying on the cross that does this. And I just thought it was funny how you get him going there. And at first he's just humble old Paul, like, hey man, am I doing this right? But even though he sees these original people that walked with him, he's not afraid to call them out.